Okay, so to repair the DBX, there were a couple of cold solder joints that needed to be repaired, and the switch was acting up on some of the channels. So now what I've done is the way to show you how this works. I think at first it makes a little sense to try to explain how the DBX works. If you don't know, what it does is and to simplify it, it's a more complex algorithm than what I'm going to describe, but this is the basic idea. When you record with the DBX on or the DBX off, and you play back with the DBX off, all the frequencies remain the same with the same level that you recorded it. If you record with the DBX on, what it does is it boosts the high frequencies, which is the same as cutting the low frequencies, right? It takes a flat graph and records it with the low end cut off so that the high frequencies are stronger than the low frequencies. And then when you play back with the DBX on, what it does is it reduces the high frequencies to level it all back out again. And the reason that works is because the tape makes noise. There's a hiss that comes from the tape. So if you record with the high frequencies boosted, right, then the high frequencies will be much louder on the tape. So when you bring the high frequencies back down to normal, you've also reduced the high frequency noise that comes from the tape, and that causes the DBX to be a noise reduction effect, right? Because you've recorded with the highs much louder than they would normally be, so that when you play it back, you reduce the highs while at the same time reducing the highs of the audio that you recorded because the highs were hotter, and at the same time you're reducing the highs that come from the tape naturally. So that makes the top quiet. I hope that explains it. But what that means is I can show you that the DBX is working from each channel by recording with the DBX on and then playing it back and flipping it on and off, and you'll see the low frequencies change because it's not, I'm going to encode it on the tape, but I'm going to switch the decoding on and off, so you'll see it. So right now I'm going to record pink noise, and you'll see it here. Pink noise is just like, it's the sound of an air conditioner, basically, like shh, and that's all the frequencies at the same level. So, and you can see it on the screen, it's flat from low frequency to high frequency, flat. So I'm going to record that, 15 seconds of that. And then when I'm going to rewind the tape and I'm going to play it back, and then we're going to go channel by channel, and I'm going to switch the DBX on and off, and you'll see a visual representation of what it does. So I'm going to turn off, put the safety on all the channels. I've got 15 seconds of white noise, and I'm going to put that onto tape, and I'm going to turn the rest of the channels off. So now I'm going to play back, and I'm going to flip this switch. So we recorded with the DBX encoding on, and I'm going to switch between on and off, and you're going to see that there's an effect. Watch. So I'm going to play back. Here it comes. It's playing in full frequencies flat because it's playing back with the encoding on, right? Or the decoding on. I'm going to turn the decoding off. Now watch the low frequencies. You see how they drop? So every time I flip this back and forth, see, now it's on, and now it's off. So that tells me that channel 1 has been in fact encoded with the DBX, and that the DBX is working on playback for channel 1. So I'm going to rewind, and we're going to do channel 2. So I'm going to put this on off, and I'm going to set this one to tape. So this is now channel 2. So the DBX is on. We see the flat frequencies, and now I'm going to turn it off, and you'll see the low frequencies go away. So that channel 2 is working correctly on, off. Then let me rewind, and we'll do channel 3. Let me turn this off and this one onto tape, and this is now channel 3 playing back, and that's because the DBX is off. So I'm going to turn it back on again, and there it is, flat and off and on. So channel 3 is, the DBX is working for channel 3, and now we're going to do channel 4, and there's the flat with the encoding on. I'm going to turn the encoding off, and there it is, on, off. So DBX is now working on all channels as well.